So for more on this, let's welcome in Texas Congressman, member of the House Oversight Committee and House Appropriations Committees, Michael Cloud. Good morning to you, Congressman. Now, I recall a couple of years ago when Republicans actually went to prison for defying a congressional subpoena. So do we see the Clintons behind bars, or are the Clintons really the only people above the law?
Well, we're trying to make sure that that is not the case. Of course, they defied a subpoena, so we will be next Wednesday holding them in contempt of Congress, and then after that will probably come a criminal referral to the DOJ, and then it'll be up to the DOJ to continue to prosecute. We're going to continue to investigate the case when it comes to Epstein and continue to get all the data in and see where we go from there and to continue our investigation.
Yeah, Congressman, I'm curious, why subpoena Hillary Clinton if, no one has really accused her of any wrongdoing or connections of Epstein?
Well, the subpoena was not an accusation, and it's not an indictment in the sense. All we're trying to do is to gather information, and they obviously had a relationship with the Epsteins, and they visited the Epstein visited the White House a number of times, and they flew on his jet a number of times as part of the Clinton Foundation. So, we're just trying to gather information at this point. It's not an accusation at this point. We're trying to gather information to continue the investigation.
So it's my understanding, Congressman, the next step would be is that the House Oversight Committee will vote to hold them in contempt next week. And then the week after next, when Congress comes back in full session, would be the full Congress voting. So if all of that happens, it gets referred to DOJ. What kind of penalties could they face if the Department of Justice actually follows up and charges the Clintons?
Well, you mentioned Peter Navarro and Steve Bannon. Both of them went to jail. And so that's what could happen. Hopefully we'll be able to act. What we're trying to do is actually get the information. We're trying to continue the investigation. We want to see them come so we can get to the bottom of this case. The American people want to know what really happened. There's been a whole thing of mystery surrounding this, and we're trying to get to the truth of the situation. So that's the goal. Hopefully we'll get to the point where they feel compelled to cooperate with us, as they said they were. There were several months leading into this where they were at least feigning to cooperate with the committee and saying that they were going to come and show up and all those kind of things, and then suddenly at the last minute they didn't.
Hey, Congressman, I hear that some on liberal networks and other places, they believe this is just a Republican thing. But I heard it said that, well, let's see, Democrats and Republicans on the committee approved the witness list, issued the subpoenas, we're supposed to asking questions, and Republicans and Democrats both testified, except the Clintons.
Exactly. This up to this point has been a bipartisan issue. The subpoenas went out with unanimous support, and up till last week, Democrats were saying they wanted to hear, and so from the Clintons. Now suddenly they have changed their position on it, so who knows what's going on, but they tend to move the goalposts on these things quite a bit for whatever the political purpose is at that moment. One thing that was interesting in the letter they submitted to us was they mentioned the Clinton Foundation, which kind of opens up a whole nother can of worms in the sense of where we might have to go to find information, potentially working with investigating people who work for the Clinton Foundation to try to get this information. This is all just about trying to get the information we need to get the truth for the American people.
Yeah, there's a lot of, I know Republicans have been wanting to look under the hood of the Clinton Foundation for many, many years. All right, Congressman Michael Cloud, thank you for joining us this morning.